What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Shoe Prediction Show. Today we're predicting the greatest 50-man Royal Rumble of Saudi Arabia. Mike Hiru here, along with
Psycho Steve.
We're going to be doing predictions for the pay-per-view, and like we said with WrestleMania, the loser gets a chop to the chest. As you go back and see for yourselves, we ended up tying. We tied with the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match. Roman Reigns match. I can't even say his name correctly because it just pisses me off.
It came to the last match. I was down. I chose Brock Lesnar. He chose Roman Reigns. I won because Brock Lesnar signed his new contract. So whoever loses this prediction show will get 3 chops to the chest. Woo! Just like Ric Flair used to do back in the day.
3?
3. You want to make it 4?
We'll stick with 3.
3.
So first match of the night, we have Taker versus Rusev.
Or was it Jericho?
I don't want Jericho. I want Rusev.
I want Jericho.
Okay. Winner is going to be Taker. The winner's going to be Taker. He's not going to lose. He can't lose. He can't lose to Rusev, who's apparently in some battle with Vince McMahon. Personally, I want to see Rusev win. Rusev Day all the way. It's Rusev Day every day. You know my birthday is Rusev Day. But it's going to be Taker.
I don't know, man. Rusev is pretty white hot right now. Everybody cheers for him. And you know it's in Saudi Arabia, so it might get a different crowd than the Americans that cheer for Rusev all the time. But I'm going to agree with Mike. I have to go with The Undertaker. Coming off a WrestleMania squash match against John Cena. I mean, John Cena, he's the best 16-time world champion right now. I mean, seriously, if he got that match at WrestleMania, he's got to get this one in Saudi Arabia. So I'm going with Taker.
Cool. Speaking of John Cena, that's the second match of the night. John Cena versus Triple H. Old man versus old man. Who do you got?
I'm going to take Triple H for this reason and this reason only. Because John Cena, I believe, is going to be booed in Saudi Arabia just like he is in the US. And Triple H, of course, likes to go with the crowds when he goes international, like he did in India, like he did in Abu Dhabi. He's going to do the same thing in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be Triple H. And I don't think it's going to lead to anything else. Honestly, this is just a match between the 16-time world champion and a 14-time world champion. That's 30 world championships between the two. So it's going to be a good match.
30 world champion is going to be the sorriest match of the night.
It's going to be a good match. Not the greatest match, but it's going to be a good match, though.
For me, it's going to be Triple H. Triple H only cares about one person when it comes to wrestling, and that's himself. He's not going to let John Cena, Vince's golden boy, go over him. This is just the name John Cena versus the name Triple H to give to the crowd overseas.
He's just choosing the same as I am, so he doesn't get chopped. That's the only thing he's doing it for.
And I don't want Cena to win. Just put it that way.
Triple H all the way. Gotta go with it.
Next up, we have our producers match of the night. Our producer's a big fan of 205.
205!
We convince him to be on this part so he can choose it. Doesn't want to, camera shy. I don't know what it is.
Love you, Tony.
But it's Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto. Cedric Alexander's going to get the win. He's not going to be a short rating champion. It's going to happen. Buddy Murphy come out. You never know. I'm a big Buddy Murphy fan. I feel like he needs to be on the main roster. Not a big fan of 205. I need to get there. But, you know, Buddy Murphy's going to come out. Cedric's going to get the win.
Trust in the Cruiserweights. They always come through. I mean, WrestleMania match was subpar, but it was still pretty good. I got to give 205 Live a lot of credit. I think they're up and coming, especially because Triple H has taken over. I'm going to go with Cedric Alexander as well. Kalisto did a great job stepping up, winning the gauntlet match. Buddy Murphy, you're horrible. You should have made weight. You missed it by 2 pounds. Would you eat a cheeseburger? What's wrong with you? Seriously, but Kalisto, I mean, he's a veteran already. He's one of the veterans of 205 Live. Cedric Alexander is one of the youngsters, but it would be too short a reign for him to lose already, so I'm going to go with Cedric Alexander.
If Buddy Murphy ate a cheeseburger and he still looks like that, I'm going to eat like 10 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you'll be looking like, I don't know, Yokozuna.
Vader. I look like Vader. Next match.
Belly.
Next match of the night, we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos.
I'm excited about this.
I'm actually excited about this one. I feel like in the past SmackDowns, Bludgeon Brothers have done some squash matches, but I think Usos going to get some offense here. Of course, we know Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. That's my opinion. They're going to win, and I feel like they're going to win because they're going to face the Bar on SmackDown. I feel like the Bar versus the Bludgeon Brothers is the way to go. It needs to happen. So I picked the Bludgeon Brothers.
I hate agreeing with you every single time. This is ridiculous, but I have to agree with you on this one because the Bludgeon Brothers, They're the talk of the town in SmackDown right now. They are the baddest guys on the roster at this point, squashing everybody ever since they got to SmackDown. I gotta go with the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't see them, with the bar, but against the Usos, I think the Usos have a lot of other tag teams to wrestle to get back to in the championship race. But the Bludgeon Brothers are going to be champions for a while, so I got to stick with them today.
I don't predict this. I'm not going to put it as part of a prediction. It's more of an opinion. Do you think... So some of the greatest rivalries I've seen is Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy. Mm-hmm. They have some of the best matches. They're brothers, they're tag teams. They know each other.
I see where you're going.
Do you see, with the introduction of Naomi in this, her possibly messing up this match and setting up a Jimmy and Jay little rivalry because Jay is upset that Jimmy's wife did this?
Well,
and
I can already stop you there because boo to Saudi Arabia, by the way, but no women are allowed in this event. So Naomi
That's right.
is not going to be there, so there's no way Naomi can interfere in this match. It might happen later on SmackDown, but in Saudi Arabia, like I said, boo Saudi Arabia, just to let you know.
Well, her music can hit.
Yeah, but I mean, for what? No reason for it.
To make the crowd boo because she's a woman.
I mean, they're going to boo him anyway. I mean, what's the big deal? Bludgeon Brothers are going to win, that's all I'm going to say. No Naomi, by the way, so no surprises there.
So next up, we have the second tag team match. The Woken Family, which I call them Woken Family. I'm not sure what he calls them. But Woken Family...
The leaders! The leader of worlds! That's what they call the leader of worlds!
The leader? We have the Woken Family versus the Bar. It's an open tag team championship. Nobody's champion for Raw, so the winner of this becomes champion. I picked the Woken Family. The Bar is going to stay on SmackDown. They're not going to go back to Raw as champions. And I feel like they're building up Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
I think they're great.
Bray Wyatt for success.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're a great pairing. People were like, it's kind of weird, but they're actually working very well.
I called it a long time ago.
Yeah, he did call it a long time ago that there was going to be a meeting between the two, and they're going to become a cat tag team and probably win the championships. This is the day. I think they're going to win the championship. The Bar has been talking about winning them, going back to Raw, even though they're on SmackDown, etc., etc. Just a lot of blah, blah, those two guys' mouth. They're going to stay on SmackDown because they're going to lose this match. The Woken Family, the leader of worlds, whatever you want to call them, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt will become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Or not.
Did you see Bray Wyatt's tweet?
I did not. What is it?
He said, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, become part of the family.
Oh, no.
He's bringing his brother along.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it this way. Bo Dallas is already a crazy nut outside of WWE. He is the biggest conspiracy theorist in the WWE. Imagine if you let him just go with that.
I'd rather have James Ellsworth on my team.
No chin. I mean, it could be the Weird Family.
Sweet no chin music. Whatever.
Sweet no chin family.
Either way. Mr. Raj, see you later. Anyway, they're not even they're gonna be in the main event, but they're not in this match, so I don't worry about them.
So with Matt Hardy, we have Jeff Hardy. Next match, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. I picked Jeff Hardy. Jinder has 2 losses in a row, and I just feel like he's gonna go back down to mid card. Jeff Hardy holds this title. He gives him more prestige. He gives him more veteran quality to this, and I just feel like it's with Jeff Hardy as the champion, there's more options out there. That's why they've been teasing Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. It's going to be for the US title. It's going to stay on SmackDown. I picked Jeff Hardy.
This is where we part ways.
You picked Jinder?
I picked Jinder. Jinder came up big for me at WrestleMania. He won the US title. I won that match. I think he's going to win the US title back because he's going to bring it to Raw. Yes, the Intercontinental title is on Raw already, but we still have an Intercontinental match later on in the show. So my thinking is Jinder Mahal is going to take the US title back to Raw, and we'll talk about the reason later in the Intercontinental Championship match. But I picked Jinder. He's come up big for me in past matches, so I'm going to stick with Jinder.
Wow, so finally you disagree.
And Saudi Arabia is closer to India than it is to the US, so that's not why I'm picking it, but either way.
It's not geography class.
I didn't pass geography, by the way.
Next up, we have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to be AJ. Shinsuke's not going to win it in Saudi Arabia. I feel like he's going to win it at Backlash. Shinsuke's going to win at Backlash. Shinsuke is a top heel in WWE. His music, I know we said this on SmackDown, and I'm going to say this again. His music is on fire. I marked out with his music alone.
But we can't chant to his music anymore.
I'll sing along to it. I'll learn Japanese just for that.
Oh, man.
But I pick AJ. AJ's going to win it. He's going to continue being champion until Backlash. And that's when he's going to lose.
I got to go with Shinsuke Nakamura. I think...
Already?
I mean, he has shown in the last 4 weeks, especially by racking... Oh, man, I just feel bad for AJ Styles. I don't think he's going to have more kids, to tell you the truth. But he got low blow like 4 straight weeks. I mean, Shinsuke has done a great job as a heel in a short period of time since WrestleMania. I think this match is going to be definitely better than WrestleMania. Not that it was a horrible match at WrestleMania, but it was an underwhelming match, I thought. It wasn't the match
well,
that
I feel like now that it passed, I feel like it's bad on WWE's part, but it was a setup for a heel turn.
No, I mean...
It wasn't a match
and it wasn't
for a new winner. It was a match for a heel turn.
And it was unexpected. We didn't think Nakamura was going to turn heel at all. But he did. And I think this match is going to be different because now it's a babyface versus a heel. And it's going to be a better match, better storytelling, a lot more intensity, I believe. And I think Nakamura is ready for his championship run. And I think it's going to happen here at the Royal Rumble.
Cool. We disagree again. That's 2
straight.
So next up we have, in my opinion, the match of the night. The ladder match. Intercontinental title ladder match. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. 4 really good wrestlers. Yes, you guys would disagree and say The Miz is not to par.
Miz is good, man.
But in the past 2 months, I feel like with him working with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, just elevated him. They're 2 of the greatest wrestlers in WWE, besides Shinsuke, besides KO, besides Sami Zayn. But they're up there. So for him to be working with them and programming with them, I feel like he's gotten so much better.
I agree. I think The Miz is doing awesome. I really do.
Seth Rollins.
Who'd you pick?
Seth Rollins. There's Seth Rollins. He's on fire. Man of the year. Gauntlet match for an hour and a half.
Yep.
Match after match after match. Just A+ quality matches. They're not going to make him lose it in Saudi Arabia.
Monday Night Raw.
It's not going to happen.
He is on fire. I can tell you that. I did pick Seth Rollins at WrestleMania to win the Intercontinental Championship, and I was correct.
I picked The Miz.
He picked The Miz. I mean, The Miz, he's doing great. I think he's the best on the mic. He's an A-lister, like he says. I mean, he makes every single show what it is. I mean, we give A+ and B's to Miz segments and Miz matches because he just brings it every time. I think he's not the weak link of this match anymore. I don't think there's any weak links. But I'm stemming from my United States Championship choice in Jinder Mahal.
So you're picking Samoa Joe.
I think I'm picking Samoa Joe. That guy right there, he's been missed. Everybody missed him because they know he is an absolute top talent. He's money on the mic. He is one of the baddest sons of guns in the WWE right now. I mean, he can go with anybody. And I think this is going to be his match to win his first title, I believe, in the WWE.
It is.
Intercontinental Championship. I mean, he's been NXT champion before, but in the WWE, he hasn't touched that gold yet. He hasn't gotten to that golden ring yet. And I think this match is going to be it. Seth Rollins, like I said, is very hot, but I think the IC title is going back to SmackDown.
Okay.
That's 3 in a row.
Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe.
All right, do we have championship match? Universal Championship.
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar.
It's like WrestleMania
for the 100th time.
Well, not that many, but
it
seems like it because, I mean, we talk about those 2 all the dang time, and they haven't had a good match yet, in my opinion. But, might be different. Who do you pick?
Brock Lesnar. Reigns can't be champion. He's hated by everyone. They have to pay off the crowd to cheer for him.
That's horrible.
They have to pay the crowd to cheer for him. It's that bad.
I saw that on Raw.
He's the lowest in merchandise sales. He's the lowest in merchandise. I think Heath Slater's kids have more merchandise sales than Roman Reigns does.
That's pretty harsh.
He needs to be heel. It needs to happen. Brock's going to win. And it's going to set up possibly Bobby Lashley.
Maybe Bobby Lashley. I'm surprised he's not in a match in this on this card, but he's going to be a part of that big old Royal Rumble. But I think Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. I mean, that would be pretty.
Hey,
good.
They had some of the best matches when they were both wrestling together.
I think so.
Man, I'm excited. When I found out Bobby Lashley was coming back, the first thing that came to my mind, Brock Lesnar. Needs to happen.
But enough about Bobby Lashley. You picked Roman Reigns. Sorry, you picked Brock Lesnar. You picked Brock Lesnar. Well, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. I don't want to, but logic is telling me to. I think that Roman Reigns...
Our producer's shaking his head because he hates Roman Reigns. He absolutely hates. He falls asleep when Roman Reigns comes out. I'm not kidding.
I haven't been a Roman Reigns fan since the Elimination Chamber. Remember when Braun Strowman took everybody out, and then here comes Reigns taking Braun out. It was just a mess. Since then, I've not been a Roman Reigns fan, and I still am not a Roman Reigns fan. But I'm going with logic here. I think the Saudi Arabia fans are going to cheer Roman Reigns all night long through his entrance all the way to the match, because they don't listen to Americans. They don't care what the Americans think. So they're going to be cheering Roman Reigns like crazy. And of course, WWE logic, Vince McMahonisms. We want to go with what the crowd. We want to go with the best crowd. Pops. What's going to make the crowd pop? And I think it's going to be a Roman Reigns win in the steel cage.
What if this is Triple H's pay-per-view?
All pay-per-views are Vince McMahon. Sorry.
It was supposed to be a house show.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. This is too big. Saudi Arabia's putting up too much money for this to be just a Triple H house show.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be his. I'm just saying, what if he has most of the say?
No, I think...
He had most of the say for the Saudi Arabia tour.
This thing got too big. This show got too big. The card is too big.
Saudi Arabia tour. India tour.
The India.
My geography's all messed up.
They're close. They're close enough. But I think Vince McMahon, this is too big of an event for him not to be there. And he's going to be running the show. And I think WWE logic, and I'm going with logic here, not with fan favorite type stuff, because I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. But WWE logic says he's going to be champion. I don't like it, but I'm going with it.
To end that nonsense, we have what was supposed to be the only match of the night, the 50-man Royal Rumble. We're going to have 50 superstars. NXT call-ups, maybe, possibly. The debut of Cien Almas and Sanity, maybe.
I'm going to stop you right there. I need to talk about something. I am very upset at the way everybody's talking about all the surprise entrants that are going to be on. And it's like they're not surprised anymore. The Rey Mysterio is going to be there.
Oh, I'm excited for Rey.
Of course, we're all excited for it, but why do we have to know they're coming already? Why can't it be a surprise?
So we can watch it.
Well, I mean, we're going to watch it anyway. Are you not a wrestling fan?
I am a wrestling fan, but
you're
what
gonna
about
watch it anyway. Y'all are wrestling fans. Why do we have to just tell everybody who's coming instead of like, hey, who's gonna be there?
Because it's Rey Mysterio.
Who are the surprise entrants? I mean, that's what I love about the Royal Rumble. The surprise entrants, like who is going? We know who.
50 men. There's gonna be surprises.
Of course, but don't tell me who's coming.
They're giving you the obvious ones. You know, Jericho's gonna be there. You know, Rey's gonna be there with the surprise at Royal Rumble.
We know Jericho because they put him into the freaking match with the Undertaker.
But that's my point. That's my point. They're stating the obvious. There's 50 men in this Royal Rumble. There's gonna be surprise entrances. It's gonna happen. Probably local talent from Saudi Arabia. You never know, just to kind of
I hope not.
Please the crowd. I mean, I hope not either.
I hope not.
But who do you pick?
I gotta go with the big man. I think Braun Strowman is going to win the Royal Rumble. The 50-man Royal Rumble will become the biggest star on Raw to not hold a title. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry. He won at WrestleMania with a little 10-year-old, so I guess he considered him a champion.
So you're going to pick Nicholas to win this too?
No, I'm picking Nicholas to be part of it. Might as well. I'll put it out there. Nicholas is going to be part of the 50-man Royal Rumble. Surprise, surprise.
Call in Saint School.
Whatever.
I picked Daniel Bryan. I kind of wanted to pick Chris Jericho.
I did too, actually.
I was this close to picking Chris Jericho, mainly for his name. The winner's not going to get.
I thought he would have picked Rey Mysterio. I thought he would have picked Rey Mysterio, to tell you the truth.
The winner's not going to get a spot at WrestleMania. They're just going to get a trophy. So I felt like, you know what, Chris Jericho's done so much for WWE that he needs to, just, hey, thank you.
Braun Strowman's become the king of Saudi Arabia. The king of Saudi Arabia. He's going to win this.
So you pick Strowman, I pick Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, absolutely. You go with the little guy, I'll go with the big guy.
Cool. Well, those are our predictions, guys. As you can tell, we have five matches we need to keep an eye out for. Because I need to
So there's definitely going to be a loser on this one. Because we have enough matches that we're going against each other rather than picking the same. So,
like I said, guys,
should be fun.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys for Friday's Saudi Arabia Greatest Royal Rumble. And that's our show.
Too sweet me. Peace out.